No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Thursday, April 13th. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're about a week away from Pima County Fair Days, so we're excited about that. It's right around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Spring is upon us. It's hot as hell. I hope you got the extra deodorant for the boys down below. You know, that will help. I'm telling you, that's a beef tip to start off the show. We got a great show lined up, of course. We're running it back. Here's the promotion that we're doing today. As soon as you hear Foo Fighters being played on this broadcast between 6 and 10 a.m., call in. And we'll do caller number 69 to win those tickets to see the Foo Fighters live. So right off the bat, that's how you're going to win your Foo Fighters tickets. You're just going to be listening to this fine broadcast. And as soon as the Foo Fighters plays over your FM airwaves, you call in and you keep calling in. And hopefully you're number 69 and you'll get those tickets for the Foo Fighters when they come in October to Phoenix.
That's a big deal.
That is a big deal. And other big deal listener bait giveaways. We have Avenged Sevenfold. A lot of people are very excited about that show as well. At 7:00 this morning, we'll be doing that. Wait, let me double check my my schedule here as I put it together. Maybe that's 8:00. No, it's 7:00. All right, 7:00. We're doing the Avenged Sevenfold tickets. F My Life at 8:00, and then a bunch of other little giveaways. And I Squared Up Pizza is going to be in studio to do a little tap out with us. So we'll give up to $100 in gift certificates to their delicious pizza. So you have that going on. I would have more stuff prepared for my show open, but yesterday was a hell of a day, and I didn't even know if I was going to talk about it. But I'm going to talk about it a little bit. You know, I have a high school teenage daughter, veal vegan. And she's a chip off the old block, man. Yesterday, I get a call while I was out with my girlfriend on her day off because it's my girlfriend's birthday today. This is the S storm that I'm in the middle of, right? It's Hurricane Dookie, and it's a Category 5, and I'm sitting in the eye, but I know that there's a wall around me of Dookie ready to just spray for the next couple days, maybe a couple weeks. We'll see how things play out. But yesterday, while I'm out trying to shop for my girlfriend's birthday, I get a phone call from the vice principal, which is always a good thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And she informs me that my daughter had been caught, with a weed pen and getting it from a kid who was a notorious dealer. So the whole school knows that this kid's a dealer. And that's good to know. All right. And I'm glad this is like everyone has their role and it's commonly known role, but okay. So I had to go down to the school, meet with the teachers, talk to numerous people. There's a suspension. I got my daughter here with me. And of course, this upsets my girlfriend because it inadvertently affected her birthday. And now, like I said, Category 5, Hurricane Dookie in the middle of trying to do this parenting thing while doing D jokes on the radio. I'm juggling it all. And it's rough because, there are a lot of different situations that I'm concerned about. Obviously, first and foremost, I'm concerned about my daughter's well-being and her choices in life. And I want her to not put herself in a position where she's consistently victimized. And I know this for a fact because I've been through the system. And once you get caught up in that system, it's very difficult to get out. And all it is, it's a numbers game. It's designed to entrap people and keep them in it. And I don't want my daughter to fall down that or go down that slippery slope there.
Mhm.
Another thing, I don't know how serious this kid is that I am. And I don't even mean to have my inner gangster come out. Right. But, I'm sitting in the office with the counselor and my daughter. And, one of the first questions out of my mouth is like, did you snitch on this kid? Like, what kind of trouble we in? I understand the 1-day school suspension because
Right.
schools are so lax nowadays. You could literally, I got suspended if I looked at a teacher like cross-eyed. I got suspended longer than how my daughter got suspended. Now, I'm grateful it was a short suspension, but at the same time, I'm also a little disappointed. I'm like, guys, you could probably this punishment is just like a day off. Like, I don't see how anyone's gonna learn a lesson here, right? But what I was more concerned about is any kind of repercussions that might come from this on a safety standard, right? Like, I don't want any kind of revenge going towards my daughter. I don't want to roll up to her school, protect, preparing to fight off 10 kids and whatever, right? It's a scary situation to be in any kind of, being a parent of a teenager in any decade.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the thoughts that are crossing through my mind. And meanwhile, I got again, a very upset girlfriend at home. So the whole thing, my whole day yesterday was brutal. It was brutal. Sleep is brutal. And today, I'm hoping it's going to be a good day. And this is my safe space. So, I'm going to channel all this frustration and anger and sadness and everything else that you could consider. I'm going to channel that into creativity and wrap it with my friend Rico and having the best time I can on air, because at 10:01 reality comes back. And
you're
it's
back in an HBO show.
Yeah, it's a kick in the balls. What would be my HBO show? You're mentioning The Sopranos?
Just literally the timing of you going through that and me watching a season 2 episode where Tony's dealing with his daughter at the same time.
Yeah, man.
You're Tony Soprano right now.
Teenagers, no joke. And of course, there's all different stereotypes. And I know there's a lot of people out there listening that have been through the same thing. Some of you might have been lucky and teenagers were nerds and very well put together kids.
I became a millionaire on crypto yesterday.
Right.
Good for you.
That's great. I mean, that's fantastic. But I knew I wasn't going to have that path from the very get-go, just genetically speaking, based off of my daughter being 50% me and 50% her mom. She was 100% effed. That's just the math. I mean, I knew it.
It's science.
Yeah. So here we are. My another Beefstradamus prediction. I knew it was going to be a pain in the ass, and I was not wrong. And here we go.
Well, it's going to get better from here, my friend.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you. That's super nice.
You're welcome.
I feel a little better on that. Yeah. We do have a lot of stuff to look forward to. So again, don't let my misery affect your day, because my job here is to make your day better. And I guarantee I'll do that. Hell, I'll even do that right now. We'll start things off with a giveaway. I do have a bag of coffee, and I know it's bright and early, so you guys want to win that coffee. This is Motionless in White Coffee. All right. Welcome to the podcast broadcast stream. We're back here live, and please welcome back our in-studio guest, Rae L, everybody. Remember Rae L? Now, Rae, last time she was on the show was to promote Keep Tucson Sketchy, which she ended up getting COVID for. So we didn't even perform together. But
that was not a comedy bit.
Yeah. She actually is going to be musical guest of the next Keep Tucson Sketchy on the 29th. So this actually is kind of, works out.
Get in a bubble. Don't get sick.
Right. Yeah. But to be honest with you, that's not the reason why I reached out to you. I found out found that out after the fact. The reason why I reached out to you is because I want to jam with you. I'm like, I need a good singer for some of these Rap GPT songs. We've been jamming. We've been putting together this EP. We're at 10 tracks right now. And normally what I do is I'll take headlines of something and I'll put it in Chat GPT and it'll come up with this great song. Today, the concept was very simple, very meta. It's imagine if this scenario, two middle-aged guys who feel like they're pretty cool, wild and crazy guys, see an attractive woman in her 20s crossing the bar, and they want to shoot their shot, but get pleasantly denied, right?
Pleasantly.
Yes. And that's where Rae comes in. She's going to be singing her denials towards us. And this actually was a one take with ChatGPT. They were like, "Oh, I got you, fam. I know this scenario very well. We're also going to have Rae perform a single for us. And if she emails me a radio single, I'll play her song as a single song takeover and get crazy. Have you had a song played on the real radio yet?
I have not.
I know.
I haven't. No,
I know.
That's really exciting.
Yes.
We got to have her go to our car and do the car test. That's the best I hear it on the stereo.
She's going to run out to go. Yeah.
I'm going to sprint out there for sure.
I'll have you do that. Yeah, I'll have you do that for sure. Hold on. Let me just pull up this YouTube so we could hear this beat together, because also part of this process is that we're going to work on this beat together, right? So we'll do some run-throughs on the podcast broadcast stream before we perform this song live on the air.
Woo.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm super excited about that. And so again, with this concept, let's just play with it a little bit. We got a little bit of time before I go on tease here. Let's see, what's it, 9:04? Well, I got like 1 minute actually. So let me see. Let's switch this around. Let's go to that. And you already sent me that email?
No.
Okay. Send me that email while you got a second here. Right. And I'm gonna put on a longer song. Oh, get some Spoon Man. Spoon Man.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, it goes exactly like that. That was pretty good, dude.
I've been practicing.
Yeah. Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Have you seen the video to Spoon Man, by the way?
I have.
It has a Spoon Man in it.
I know. No,
it's crazy.
That song was about that actual Spoon Man.
Uh-huh.
Yes. He was a Seattle folklore legend. He was a guy who was just a heroin junkie who would jam out with spoons on the streets of Seattle.
We're going to make a song out of you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And now he's
Eternally Spoon Man.
Eternally Spoon Man. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's do this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back. Beef Vegan Presents. On the podcast broadcast, our in-studio guest is Rae L. She's a fantastic singer-songwriter, and she's going to perform with us for our next Rap GPT single. All right. Now, it's about two creepy middle-aged guys hitting on a young singer named Rae L. Go figure. So we're going to be working that out on the podcast broadcast, which you could see the whole behind-the-scenes process at youtube.com/beefvegan, or stick around because we're going to drop that single after Nickelback. But let's kick things off with the legend of Spoon Man. It's Soundgarden on Rock 102.1 KFMA. The podcast broadcast is live. Join us or keep it right here because we got things to give away. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right. Yeah. So we're also going to do tap out here in the 9 o'clock hour. So we're jam packed. Let's go right into this beat. So I found a beat that I feel like fits this well. So we got headphones plugged in for you. Grab one of those headphones, and then right underneath you, there's going to be a plug in. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Get all situated. I feel like you might dig this beat. Now I know Shane hit me up the other day because I sent him the final mix of the Tucson Foodie song, and that came out as a banger. I'll play it for you.
It's got to be on their website soon.
Yeah, it should be. And he's like, what program do you use to make your beats? And I'm like, I don't, son. I use YouTube. There's millions of copyright-free beats available for you to just fuck with. And then with this, essentially, I have a ghost writer and a ghost producer. I'm working with the hottest unsigned producers in the world and putting together this project, Rap GPT. And every Thursday we do that. So let's see.
Look at Todd's latest comment.
Oh,
I don't even know what I have yet, dude.
You are second middle-aged guy, right?
So verse 2?
Yeah, so I go, hey, miss, can I buy you a drink? I know we're older, but don't act like we stink. Got some life lessons that I know that we can teach. And if you're willing to listen and unleash the peach.
Yeah, we may be past our prime, but that doesn't mean we don't know how to shine. We got some experience and wisdom to share, plus the extra funds to buy you new underwear.
Yeah.
Appreciate your offer, but I gotta decline. Maybe good guy, but you're not my kind. I need someone who's young and hip. Sorry, but you're just not it.
Come on, girl, don't be so quick to judge. We may be older, but we still know how to nudge. We can show you a good time if you give us a chance. We may surprise you with a role for romance.
Yeah. Don't let our age fool you. We're still cool. We can party all night and break all the rules. We may not be as fresh as we once were, but we can still make your legs shake in your heart. Her.
Ew. I appreciate your persistence, but I gotta be true.
True.
You may be fun, but I need someone new.
Ooh.
I'm looking for a guy who's young and free. Sorry, but that's just not you and me.
Hey, you know what? You might even want to repeat that line
Yeah,
if
I
you do
was
it like
thinking
that,
that
which is
too.
good. And you can take liberties on that, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes, all right, miss, we hear you loud and clear. We'll step aside right now and let you find your own gear. Wish you all the best of luck up in your search and hope that you find someone who meets your worth.
Yeah, we may be old, but we're not bitter. We're just keep on moving and looking for glitter. Maybe one day we'll find someone who'll see that we're not just some middle-aged guys. We're something more, you'll agree.
I appreciate your understanding. It means a lot.
It means a lot.
It may not be my type, but you're still hot.
Nice, we're still hot.
Ooh.
I'm sure there's someone out there for you, unless they died because they were old too.
Ooh.
I'm sure there's
If I got turned down by that voice, it'd be
That's
so gentle
silly.
and nice.
Yeah, right.
Like, thanks.
But you guys see how that's gonna vibe, right? What do you guys think so far? Voice is beautiful, killer voice, and yeah, absolutely.
I like how
having
we
that-
just pale in comparison. It's like,
No, you guys are
it's like
killing it.
angel voice.
Yeah.
An angel comes in and saves it. We're like, oh, okay.
Yes. So let's do one more run through because or as much as we can do before we go live on the air with it, and then we're gonna record it live on the air.
Sweet.
So that's how we do this. All right. Rap GPT.
Yo, you see that girl over there?
Yeah, man, she's pretty hot.
Do you think we're too old for her?
Nah, man, let's go both over there and shoot her shot.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Double the odds, son. Hey, miss, can I buy you a drink? I know we're older, but don't act like we stink. We got some life lessons that I know that we can teach. And if you're willing to listen and unleash the peach.
Yeah, we may be past our prime, but that doesn't mean we don't know how to shine. We got some experience and some wisdom to share, plus the extra funds to buy you some new underwear.
I appreciate your offer, but I gotta decline. You may be good guys, but you're not my kind.
Oh,
I need someone who's young and hip. Sorry, but you're just not it.
come on, girl. Don't be so quick to judge. We may be older, but we still know how to nudge. We can show you a good time if you give us a chance. We may surprise you with our old school romance.
That's right, yeah, don't let our age fool you, cause we're still cool. We can party all night and break all the rules. We may not be as fresh as we once were, but we can still make your leg shake in your hot purr.
I appreciate your persistence, but you got to be true.
True.
You may be fun, but I need someone new.
Oh.
I'm looking for a guy who's young and free. Sorry, that's just not you and me. Sorry, that's just not you and me.
There you go. All right, miss. We hear you loud and clear. We'll step aside and let you find your own gear. We wish you all the best of luck up in your search and hope you find someone who could meet your worth.
Yeah, we may be old, but we're not bitter. We're just keep on moving and looking for glitter. Maybe one day we'll find someone who'll see that we're not just middle-aged guys. We're something more, you'll agree.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate your understanding. It means a lot. It
Yeah.
means a lot. You may not be my type, but you're still hot.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I'm sure there's someone out there for you, unless they died because they were old too.
Yo, Beef, I think we got to take our Axe body spray and fake Rolex somewhere else.
Yeah. All right. We're on 3 seconds. Let's do this. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Be Vegan Presents. We just did a couple run-throughs here on the podcast broadcast stream, and if you were joining us there, you know exactly what's coming. It is Thursday morning, and we like to do a little thing called Rap GPT. It's where we get stupid with artificial intelligence. Rae L is our in-studio guest. She's a fantastic singer, songwriter based out of Tucson, and welcome, Rae.
Thank you.
All right, so the premise of this Rap GPT song is two middle-aged guys seeing a hot chick at a bar who's in her 20s and both trying to shoot their shot, but getting denied. It's something that I know a lot of you guys can relate to so much, right? So let's see how this would play out in song form here. Rap GPT presents Middle-Aged Max.
No beef.
Hey, what's up, Rico?
See that cute girl over there?
Oh, you talking about that young one in her 20s? Yeah, she's fine.
You want to go full DiCaprio with me?
Yeah, you know what? I think if we both shoot our shot, we have a better chance.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Hey, miss, can I buy you a drink? I know we're older, but don't act like we stink. Got some life lessons that I know both of us can teach. And if you're willing to listen and unleash the peach.
Yeah, we may be past our prime, but that doesn't mean we don't know how to shine. We got some experience and some wisdom to share, plus the funds to buy you some of that new underwear.
I appreciate your offer, but I gotta decline. You may speak on the guys, but you're not my kind. I need someone who's young and fit. Sorry, but you're just not it.
Come on, girl. Don't be so quick to judge. We may be older, but we know how to nudge. We can show you a good time if you give us a chance. We may surprise you with our old school bands.
Yeah, don't let our age fool ya. We're still cool. And party all night and break all the rules. We may not be as fresh as we once were, but we can still make elation in your heart purr.
I appreciate your persistence, but I gotta be true. You may be fine, but I need someone new.
I'm new.
I'm looking for a guy who's young and free. Sorry, but that's just not you and me. I'm so sorry. That's just not you and me.
Well, we tried, Rico. All right, miss. We hear you loud and clear. We'll step aside and let you try to find your own dear. Wish you all the best in the luck in your search and hope you find someone that might meet your net worth.
Yeah, we may be old, but we're not bitter. We'll just keep moving on and looking for glitter. Maybe one day we'll find someone who'll see that we're not just middle-aged guys, we're something more, you'll agree.
Yep.
I appreciate your understanding. It means a lot. You may not be my type, but you're still hot. I'm sure there's someone out there for you, unless they died because they were old too.
I guess I didn't wear enough Axe body spray, beef.
Nope.
Oh, I've lived that scenario.
Yeah, how many times?
That came from the heart.
That's a follow-up question. So there you go. Rap GPT presents Middle-Aged Max. Good job, Rae L.
Thank you.
What was the oldest guy that you dated? This is not me shooting my shot. This is just a genuine question.
I mean, that I dated. I
Or
date.
talked to.
I date pretty in my age range. So
What has been the oldest? So who set the bar as the
Man.
oldest?
George Clooney.
yeah, I was gonna say I forgot about George Clooney. Yeah, no, probably like 26.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've kept the young. Yeah.
Still got,
Relatively, yeah.
still got the parents' medical insurance.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
important.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So you still don't know what an orgasm is?
Whoa,
Nah, just
whoa,
kidding.
whoa.
All right.
What is
We're
it?
keeping the conversation moving on to podcast broadcast. We do have our single song takeover today, and it's going to be from our in-studio guest, Miss Rae L. We're going to drop a brand new single from her. Plus, we're going to play Tap Out and give you up to $100 in gift certificates to Squared Up Pizza. You can keep it right here. Join the conversation, youtube.com/beefvegan. Clear. All right.
Woo.
There you go. All right. So, yeah,
Mixed
send me
master
that.
produced.
Mix, master, produce, and I will play it back so you could hear how it sounded on the mix. It should have sounded good. Let's see. I mean, I don't want the whole podcast just be this song all over again. Good morning, 10. Good to see you.
And that was her voice without any effects.
Yeah, which I could add effects
Yeah.
and everything. This is what it sounds like. Let's see how this would play out in song form here. Is Rap GPT presents Middle-Aged Max. You like Middle-Aged Max as a name? Hey, what's up, Rico?
Yeah. See that cute girl over there?
Oh, you talking about that young one in her 20s? Yeah, she's fine.
You want to go full DiCaprio with me?
Yeah, you know what? I think if we both... My email's beefvegan@gmail.com.
All right.
Hey, miss, can I buy you a drink? I know we're older, but don't act like we stink. All right, so far the audio is good. We're going to, we did...
That sounded like when you said that email, it sounded like one of those songs you download off LimeWire back in the day where it had like DJ Beef.
Yeah.
beefvegan@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Shout out.
All right. Well, earlier this morning, we talked about me getting in trouble, right? So that was kind of like a running theme that we were doing because my daughter got suspended. Well, I talked about a rivalry that I had with a man named Coach Quackenbush, who may or may not be a coach here in Tucson now. And the story I shared with Rico had him rolling. And in case you missed it, well, I got your back. It went a little something like this. Check it out. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Rico, I'm going to tell you a story about myself that you're not going to believe is true, but is 100% part of my past and me coming up. And adolescence, I was, I was a wild child. I did things differently, and I was, I was a troubled youth, right? A derelict is what I was called consistently. But let me tell you this story of my rivalry that ended up being years with a teacher. It was a coach of PE at a middle school that I went to named Coach Quackenbush. All right. Now, before we get into this story of me first meeting Coach Quackenbush that started this rivalry, that it was day 2 that I met him. On day 1, see, my parents moved when I was in junior high during the summer from 7th to 8th grade. So my first day of 8th grade, I was at a brand new school. And about 2 hours into the school morning, I'm sitting in social studies class with my teacher, Dr. Kelly. I remember her very fondly because she grew to love me. But I'm sitting in the middle of her class in social studies, and I thought to myself, you know what? I don't like this school. I'm going to go back to my old school. And I get up, I stand up, and I just walk out of her classroom. And then I kept walking, and I walked about 4 miles back to my old middle school. Because, and now, and this is a time, obviously, where, I'm a minor. I'm 14 years old. I left school property, and then I walked, and I just showed up at my old school, and I walked into the counselor's office, and I'm like, yeah, I want to go to this school. And they're like, what are you doing here?
How did you get here?
Yeah. And I'm like, I walked, right? So it was a big thing. And obviously, I got the administration's attention from this stunt. And I remember a maintenance man had to come pick me up at my old school and bring me back to my new school. And I remember in the pickup truck while he's talking, because it's a maintenance guy and he's kind of like a stoner burnout. I remember vividly that there was this statue of a horse that was right there at the entrance of my middle school that was off property from the school. And the horse was kind of like bucking up or rearing up. And he pointed out to the horse's penis. He's like, see how the penis is cut off? So I remember this. I'm like, okay, grown man, stranger. Thank you for pointing out that horse penis to me, right? So that was day 1 of my middle school experience. Hillcrest was the name of the school that I went to. On day 2.
Oh, wait, there was no story with the horse? There was no metaphor?
No metaphor.
Okay.
Yeah. There was no wisdom from the maintenance guy.
He's like, look at that.
Yeah, I know in movies, the maintenance guy is usually the smartest guy on property. Not in real life, though, but they're usually the ones that made decisions, like poor decisions, like I did. So anyways, that was day 1 of my middle school. So I already kind of have like a target on my back, and they know that I'm a flight risk. Now, day 2, we go to PE. Now, this is the first day of PE, and, we're in Arizona, so we're sitting outside all in the bleachers. And the PE at this middle school wasn't just one class. It was the entire core. So it was multiple classes of dudes, about 50 of us kids, all sitting on bleachers. And Coach Quackenbush started doing roll call. And when he came to my name, I decided just to be a smartass with no ill will or intention. I just go, I'm not here. And he's like, what? What do you mean you're not here? And then that, for whatever reason, triggered him to the point where he's like, you need to get out of here now. And he's like, go stand in the corner. And I, being the smartest that I am, I'm like, we're outside. What do you mean corner?
Ooh.
What corner am I supposed to stand in? And he goes, the farthest corner you can find. And I'm like, fine, whatever. So I start walking because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm just going to walk back to my old school that I went to yesterday, right? And he doesn't know that I just went AWOL the day before. But as I was walking away, I heard Coach Quackenbush say to 49 other kids who I don't even know yet because I'm the new kid in school, right? I heard him say to them, some people just need professional help.
Ooh.
Right. Now, me being the derelict that I was and a smart ass, I wasn't going to just take that laying down. I stopped dead in my tracks and I turned around and I said, you know what? I am getting professional help from your wife. And then I did a gesture like I was plowing his wife, right? Now, Coach Quackenbush didn't like this at all, obviously. But, of course, the entire 8th grade class, they're all roaring like, oh my God,
snap. Oh, snap.
legend, right? Like all this.
Yep.
So he's like, you go in the farthest corner. And I'm like, okay. So I start walking away. Now, as I'm walking, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go home now. And that's when the maintenance guy and the vice principal were like, no, not again, right? So that kickstarted a rivalry. But let me fast forward because this rivalry did not stop at the end of 8th grade. In fact,
your enemy number one.
Yeah, absolutely. He held on to that disdain for me well past my high school years. And when I was about 18 years old, I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, and at the time, my dad had a girlfriend, and his kids or her kids were living with my dad, and her son was going to junior high, right? And had Coach Quackenbush as a coach, and so he brought up my name to Coach Quackenbush, and Quackenbush ran his mouth about me again, right? This time, basically insinuating that I was a loser because I worked at Dunkin' Donuts and everything else. And he wasn't necessarily wrong, but he was saying this in front of a bunch of strange kids who I didn't know. And it was an issue. And my mom heard about this. My mom was one of those helicopter moms from Jersey that she didn't want to F with. So she got a hold of the vice principal, who still knew who I was, unleashed hell on them, and like, you need to give us some formal apology, or we were gonna take this to court, blah 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 blah. I'll sue, all this nonsense.
Mr. Quackenbush.
Yeah, Coach Quackenbush. So then, as I'm like 18, 19 years old, I get a letter that was typed out and signed by none other than Coach Quackenbush apologizing for besmirching my name. And I know, I don't think he's alive anymore, but I know on his like dying breath, he was like, oh, damn you, vegan.
Him writing that was the single worst day of his life.
Yeah.
I gotta do what?
Yeah, you know what, though? It's still on him. This rivalry didn't need to happen, Coach Quackenbush. All you had to do was take a joke in the first place. I'm not here. Obviously, I'm here. It was a joke. It was an 8th grade joke, but he didn't let it go. And then I told him I banged his wife. And, of course, he couldn't like me ever since then. I definitely didn't get an A in gym class.
He's going to get you back by winning those Foo Fighter tickets.
Nah, he doesn't listen. Like I said, I think he's dead now. So I can share this story. He wants you. Enough internet for you today. All right, let's hit the reset. But there's a little
amazing,
like a little story of how I grew up. And all right, now with that, we do have a follow up. I did get a phone call from a listener earlier this morning about Coach Quackenbush, and he says this, right? Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Hey, it's Jake.
Hey, what's up, Jake?
Hey, man, about your story about Coach Quackenbush. Last time I seen him, he wasn't dead. He was teaching at Rincon here in Tucson in the weightlifting class.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
The plot thickens.
Nah, don't tell me that. He's coming after me then.
I was there in 2013 in the weightlifting class, and his first freaking rule was, no effing joking around. I don't want to hear nothing. Just do what you're told and shut up.
Yeah, that sounds like a Quackenbush. Now, he did have kids that I went to high school with as well who didn't like me as well. So they very much could have grew up in their father's footsteps to be dickhead gym coaches.
As kids, like not like be vegan.
Yeah.
It's like, you see this man on the street.
Yes, I did get that apology letter, though, and a lot of my friends were impressed by that. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're hanging out here on the podcast broadcast with Rae L, who's frantically trying to find her next radio single to share. I said, Ray, you come in, you do this song with us. I will play your single for the very first time on radio, which is a big deal to have your song played on the radio for the very first time. And she is effing it up so hard right now.
Oh my God.
Cold sweat.
But I didn't give you a heads up, and that's my bad. But that's okay. While she's waiting on this, we do have to play a round of tap out, courtesy of our good friends Patrick and Squared Up Pizza inside the Park Place Mall. We're doing that right after Corn's Freak on the Leash. So keep it right here and be ready if you want to win up to $100 of gift certificates for that delicious pizza. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. I don't know why I paused like that. But
I was like waiting for something.
I know, because I already said Freak on the Leash, so why say it twice, right?
Corn.
Here's some corn. Get some corn on your squared up pie. Yeah, so for whatever reason, it's too bad Patrick couldn't come in too, because he was just hanging out with Nick Diaz, and I was just like, what? Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Those were questions I was going to ask Patrick when he came in, but he's a busy man. He's slanging pie in the Park Place Mall.
So apparently it's Nate going against one of those brothers, right? The new novelty match.
Yeah, I don't know if they announced Nate Diaz versus Jake
I think
Paul
I saw
yet.
a flyer for it. Yeah.
Okay, well, good. It's about time. Yeah. How you coming along with that, Ray?
I'm good. I think it's working.
Okay, it might be working.
She's like, don't talk to me. I'm almost there.
All right. So, and then we'll do it. We have to do one more recording of, our single here in a little bit as well. Just get some louder vocals, and then that way I could match them up and do my magic and produce it like I did with our Tucson Foodie song, which I played the day after. But did you notice how the overdubs? So I took two versions of that song. I laid them on top of each other and just kind of blended them in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was stoked about that too. But it's so funny because our general manager and program director are very excited about the idea of us doing a Rap GPT EP release show and making a big event on this. So I had to talk to Rico this morning. I'm like, how in are you on this? Because this is what we're going to do. So be ready and stay ready. So I think what we'll do as we continue to do this as a weekly segment, we get about 20 songs together. Then we'll narrow it down to 6 to release for the EP. And then we'll perform those 6 songs live, either Hotel Congress or something. And then we'll stack the bill of around us, a bunch of talent, make a big party out of it. Yeah, it'd be good. I figure you get on that show.
Yeah,
Easily get you on that show.
It just means you got to go to Goodwill and buy a bunch of like cool clothes now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Some cool hip hop clothes.
Todd said remaster the good ones, then release. Yes, I agree with you
That's the
on
plan.
that. Yeah, that's the plan. Remaster mix with throw some reverb on some shit. There's some stuff, So you sent it to me?
I think so.
Yes, you did.
Woo.
It's called Cigarette
It is.
Radio Edit. Yeah, you gave me 2.
Yes, I gave you the live mix for a performance track and then the radio edit.
Ooh,
Cool.
The radio edit has no bass.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. But
It says no bass.
I know.
No
You
bass.
need bass if you're gonna have a radio
I don't know
single.
where the file is, and honestly, it's as close as I'm getting. So
That's all I got, bro.
I mean, you were really saying I was messing it up, and I already did. So I might as
You're
well
fine.
just
You're
really
good.
I'll
double
tell you
down.
what, Ray. This is what we'll do. We'll just have you perform this song live then, if you're
Okay.
down with that.
I'm down.
Okay, because then that one has bass, and then
I'll
is
go-
there
I'll go-
backing vocals
I'll
on
go
it?
listen in our car while she
It
performs
is.
to get the excitement.
That's true.
I'll pretend to be her.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, look, we're gonna play tap out right now, and I'm gonna give out these gift certificates. So during that time, you could text your friends and let them know that you're gonna be performing on the radio. So
Okay.
I know it's a big deal.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and I'm happy to help you. No
Thank you.
problem. Well, I've been a big fan since the day we met you. So, all right, let's get back
thank you.
on the radio. Rock 102.1 KFMA, getting ready for our single song takeover with Rae L. But before we do, it is a Thursday, and Squared Up Pizza is our sponsor of the show today with another round of tap out. So if you would like $100 in gift certificates for the delicious, award-winning, Barstool certified Squared Up Pizza inside Park Place Mall, start calling right now. 600 KFMA, 600-5362. We'll start off with caller 10. Whoever can answer the first question correctly will be our contestant. And then, of course, if they can answer all 5 questions, they'll get all 5 gift certificates. But if they can't, the rest will go to our scavengers. That's the name of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tap Out.
The only game where you can quit and win gentlemen, think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
All right, let's go to the phone, see who our first contestant is. Rock 1 2.1, who's this? Rock 1 2.1, who's this?
Taco.
All right, Taco. As he's detailing cars right now, you have 5 seconds to answer this question. Actually, Taco, I hope that you don't get it right because the audio is terrible. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna walk over here.
Yeah, walk over there. Here we go. 5 seconds on the clock will begin when I finish asking this question. Taco, in E.T., Elliot uses what candy to lure the extraterrestrial out of hiding?
Snickers.
Snickers is incorrect, Taco. Thanks for trying. All right, Rocco on 2.1, who's this?
How's it going?
Good. What's your name?
Frank.
All right, Frank. If you can answer this first question, you're our contestant, okay? In the movie E.T., Elliot used this candy to lure the alien out of hiding. What was the candy?
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces is correct. All right. You are contestants. You got yourself a $20 gift certificate to Squared Up Pizza. Here's your $40 question. For each additional question you can answer within 5 seconds after I ask the question, you're going to get yourself a gift certificate. But just remember, if you don't know any of the questions, to tap out before the 5-second clock runs out, okay?
All right.
All right. Here we go. Who rather famously said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. In the 1994 motion picture.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump is correct. Yes, absolutely. There's another point there. So that's $40 in the bank for you. What was his name again? I already forgot.
Forrest Gump.
Frank.
Oh, Frank. Yeah, okay, Frank. Yeah, that's why I blocked it out. All right, here we go. Next question. It's a $60 question, Frank. If you can answer it, this one's a little more difficult as it progressively gets harder. And this is brought to you by, of course, a Squared Up Pizza inside the Park Place Mall. You remember the movie Hot Shots?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, so it's a classic spoof movie starring Charlie Sheen and Lloyd Bridges, and it has a hilarious scene with food. Parodying the sexual use of food in the movie 9.5 Weeks, hero Topper Harley and his girlfriend Ramada perform a series of antics with edibles. What does Topper fry on her naked stomach?
An egg. I remember that.
Yes, that's right. An egg. I was coming of age when that movie came out, and that was the hottest goddamn thing I've ever seen, right? I still would love to cook it. Yeah, it's so good.
I want to do that.
Right. All right. That's $60 in the bank. It's so important that you tap out if you don't know this next question, so you can at least get those 3 gift certificates, because if not, you only get 1, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go. One unfortunate passenger suffering from an unusual affliction in the 1980 comedy Airplane spouts 3 unhatched bird eggs from her mouth. Which actor, also famous for his roles in the Naked Gun series, plays the less than reassuring doctor on board?
I believe it's Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
That is correct. Yes.
And
All
don't call
right.
me Shirley.
And don't call me Shirley. All right.
Yeah.
$80 in the bank there, Frank.
Don't call me Shirley. That's right.
I'm surprised you made it this far, but I am fully confident that you can get the 5th and final gift certificate to make your total be $100 right now with this $100 question.
That's a lot of pizza.
So here we go. The pressure is on. Tap out if you don't know the answer, but here we go. In the 1992 classic movie Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter reminisces about eating the liver of a census taker with some fava beans and what Italian wine?
A nice Chianti, I think is how you say it.
Chianti is correct.
Chianti.
No! Look at that.
Bro, yeah.
And for the second time in Tap Out history, we got ourselves a $100 winner. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Frank. That's a whole lot of pizza that you can get a Squared Up Pizza located inside the Park Place Mall, dude. And it is Barstool certified. Fantastic, whether you're getting the squared Sicilian or that Neapolitan round with the garlic knots, they have it all. Squared Up Pizza is fantastic, and you, my friend, are going to eat there for free for a while.
Awesome, man. That's great. I never
Yes.
win anything either.
Well, now you won all the things. So stay in the line. I'm going to get all your info. Okay, Frank?
Awesome, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you.
No worries. Future reference. It might be cooler if you change your name to something, I don't know, less douchey. All right, but that's just...
I'll change Francis. How's that?
All right, yeah, Francis,
That works.
way man there. I'll tell you. All right, so stay on the line there, Francis. All right, we're gonna hit the reset. Be back with Rae L right after this. It's Rock 102.1. Awesome. All right, so when I get Frank's info here, I'm gonna play you our FML from earlier this morning, and then when we come back, we're gonna have Rae L performing live for us with her single. You excited?
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
Yay!
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of Your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give us a call at 600-KFMA. That's 600-5362. And Rico and I will weigh in on your F My Life situation. If we both agree your life is effed, we may hook you up with something. All right, so let's get ready. First F My Life email sent to me by Sammy. He said, the other day I woke up in the morning in a panic. The night before, I heard scratching at my door, but I thought it was just my cat and went back to sleep. The next morning, it hit me that my cat is 600 miles away living with my mom in Denver. I'm terrified to even sleep now.
Yeesh.
Yeah, F My Life. What do you say?
That could have been a Furby. Who knows?
You're still hung up on the Furbies, right? But it's probably not a Furby. So is that enough my life for Sammy? Or
Yeah,
Big
that's
Baby?
freaky.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe you got ghosts. Yeah, good luck sleeping. All right, next up on life email sent to me by Matt. He said, yesterday I had a huge argument with my wife because I declined a lunch invite with a married couple who live nearby. Now, my wife has severe social anxiety, so having a friend nearby is a huge win for her. But what my wife doesn't know is that her new friend keeps hitting on me and has already sent me unsolicited nudes. Oh, that escalated quickly. Is that enough my life, Rico?
Big baby.
What? What? Why? Explain why, Rico.
You can hide it.
All right. Good luck on your marriage there, Matt. It takes for more marital advice, just email Rico.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
You said first you got to do, if you want to keep a happy wife, you got to get a secret folder on your phone, right? And that's where all the unsolicited nudes go into. You'll never know.
Incognito mode. Trust me.
All right. Next up, my live email sent to me by Ashley. She wrote, last night my boyfriend called my private parts Chewbacca. F my life, what do you say?
Yeah, why not?
I say
it was a sidekick. If it was Han Solo, different story.
No. I say Big Baby Ashley. My girlfriend nicknamed mine Baby Yoda. So, all right. Next up, my life email sent to me by Marcel. He said, today I was working the night shift at a hotel I'm employed at. After checking in a young couple in the room above the main office, I was forced to listen to them getting it on for most of the night, serving a very loud reminder that I've been single for 5 years. Ooh, all right. F my life, Rico. What do you say?
That's a pretty common F my life, right?
Yeah.
In walls, apartments.
Yeah, I mean, he heard the couple banging, and I'm impressed that Marcel was able to write this email out using only one hand, I'm assuming.
Good job.
But yeah, get out there and start dating. Swipe right on everybody, Marcel. You can do it.
Be louder.
Yes, but F your life. And final F my life for the day sent to me by Angela. She said, yesterday I went through the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts and asked for an iced coffee. After no response, I started frantically screaming about bad service. After a while, the woman comes out to my car and says, please pull up to the speaker. I yelled at a garbage bin for 5 minutes. That's my life for Angela.
Yeah, that's a bad day.
Yes, 100%. But, in all fairness, you didn't have your Dunkin' yet. All right.
True.
All right. So we're going to hit the reset. We come back. We got a bunch of guests coming up in studio. We're going to do tap out today with Squared Up Pizza, up to $100 in gift certificates for that. Plus, we have a guest for our new half price Friday deal. We're going to be talking with her. All right. That was that. All right, let's get ready for our performance. So I can make sure I got Frank all situated with
Francis.
Francis. Sorry. And I do appreciate he got the joke right off the bat.
Yeah, he's like, what?
Yeah. No, he knew.
No,
he knew who I was bagging on. I'm like, yeah, it's good. Fuck that guy. Huh? Yeah. I love it when I get other people being like, yeah, fuck that guy. Like, yeah, team beef. Woo. F Frank.
Make the
All right.
t-shirts.
Let me see. I'll pull this up. The radio edit. We're just gonna go live. So, did you tell your friends?
I did. I texted them. I texted my
Okay.
mom. texted my
Everybody.
friends.
Good. Hopefully this works out fine.
Cold random people in Tucson.
Yeah. All right, we're on there.
Am I singing?
All right, we're going to do something a little different for our single song takeover today. We have a Rae L in studio. She's a fantastic singer-songwriter based out of Tucson, Arizona. She's actually going to be performing on April 29th at the Screening Room as a musical guest for Keep Tucson Sketchy. So it's a big deal. And this is her makeup performance for canceling when I was the host. And I'm not taking it offensively at all, right? All right. I'm a little bummed. Actually, I wanted you to be. It was going to be so good.
I was so excited.
And I did. I made some jokes. I made some jokes about you.
Promo.
All the promos.
Yeah.
I know.
Now you got promos now, which are okay. Not as good as our promos. Yeah.
Me and Tom Heath are going to be ruling the Keep Tucson Sketchy scene.
Yeah. Who is Tom Heath?
So he runs a podcast. It's called Life Along the Streetcar, and he talks to local business owners, people kind of in Tucson who are just kind of contributing to the culture downtown and in Tucson in general.
All right.
Super cool guy.
Well, then shout out Tom Heath. All right. So
shout out.
Yeah. No hating around here. All right. So, all right. Well, let's get right into the song. So the way we're going to do our single song takeover today, since we didn't have the radio edit and I didn't give Rae a heads up because I'm a dick like that, I'm going to have her perform it live for us right here on Rock 102.1. What is the name of the song that you're performing for us?
This song is called Cigarette.
Cigarette. Okay, well then let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, my single song takeover is from this artist right here. She's fantastic, and you can see her April 29th at the Screening Room. It's Rae L, and this is Cigarette. Check it out.
I wanna take the drug as a cigarette. I don't got no. Baby, come on up because I like that. Never serious, I like that. So unbothered, now you see. Just one night, babe, you and me. With you. Be the one that's alone. Baby, give it to me. Cause it's pretty hard. Give me a cigarette. I wanna take a drug, a cigarette. I don't know where it is. Give me a cigarette. I wanna take a drug, a cigarette. I don't know where it is.
That's it.
Nice.
Short and sweet and to the
Short,
point.
sweet, right to the point. Our single song takeover. Rae L with Cigarette right here on Beef Vegan Presents.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
It sounded great on the radio. Maybe the audio wasn't that great on the stream. Scott, fix my stream.
She was really asking for a cigarette, though. Do you have one?
I don't. Do you? We'll figure it out. You know what? I have my suspended teenage daughter here. I'll ask her. She probably has one in her
I don't feel
backpack.
comfortable taking cigarettes from teenagers.
That's fair. That is super fair. We're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We got more with Rae L as we're hanging out there, but you can keep it right here because we'll be back right after Crackers Low, Rock 102.1. You know the name of the show. Let's go. Clear.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, okay. It did. If the audio sounded shitty on the stream, I apologize.
On the radio, it sounded good, though, they said.
Yeah.
Thank you, Manny.
Yeah, and thank you, Manny. I did record a little bit of the tail end so you could hear what the audio sounded like. I should have recorded the whole thing. That's my bad.
That was fantastic.
But you had friends recording possibly, right? Hopefully.
Hey, guys.
But my mom heard that.
That's the end. So I just got I got the outro. The outro sounded good though.
Hey, it did sound good.
The song title
It
sounds
sound
way
good.
better than "Let Me Borrow Your Vape."
Yeah.
Let me hit that. Let me hit
I don't
that
even
vape.
smoke cigarettes.
That's good. You
Yeah,
shouldn't
good.
smoke
Should
cigarettes.
be proud of that.
Thank you, but I do have
That's
a
not a
vape,
bad
so.
thing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you're still you're
Right.
addicted to nicotine. What will
Server.
happen? Yeah, you're a server.
Right.
That's what happens.
Oof.
And you're still working at the Cheesecake Factory. Are they staying busy?
It's busy. I also
Okay.
don't say that publicly ever.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, it's only 25 people on the stream right now.
Okay.
But, only 100 will watch it back
Yeah,
on
for
YouTube
sure.
and then maybe like 100 other people. It depends on how many people have the attention span. We're 54 minutes into the podcast, so it's buried in
Right.
there.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Good luck.
He doxes
Mhm.
me all the time. It's fine.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Hey, Rico's at the Circle K in Camelback. I'm like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
Go say hi.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, yeah, that was fantastic, and we'll do
you.
it again here soon. And I do want to record one more version of Middle Aged Max to have you, sing a little higher on that, and we'll do that after this next little on air break. So it'll be our commercial break,
Cool.
and. I know, for as far as our streamers, I know this was the third time watching. If you guys bail out, I understand, but the end product is going to be fantastic. I got to mix it
worth
down.
it.
Yeah. And do you think the single is going to make the EP? We'll find out. We did again. We put together a lot of great tracks over the course of. I'll show you what I mixed down for the Tucson Foodie song. So the website Tucson Foodie, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have Shane, the owner of Tucson Foodie. He's a guest
cool.
weekly. And so I just put into ChatGPT, write me a song about being a foodie in Tucson. And it name dropped all these great places.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know. And I did it like this. This is how this went. We sang, we could have used you for this.
Sounds like a song
I
would
did
make.
overdubs here. I'm working on my singing, Ray.
Sounds great.
So that's that, right? And then we did a song for when Patrick was in called Naked Pizza, right? So the idea was just eating pizza naked, and our friend Kat did a great job singing the hook for that. And this is a banger. This is in the style of Migos.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we do switch up our flows. It's not just
Right.
old school old man flow all
Right.
the time. Yeah. So so stuff like that.
Swag.
Yeah. Swag, right?
Yeah.
So that
No
rap
cap.
GPT. I figured, look, Drake has a ghostwriter. Now we have
Right.
one. So fuck it.
Yeah.
The game has changed.
Music is so much more easily accessible.
Yeah. Sorry if it was dead air for everybody. Rock 102.1 KFMA. They didn't get to hear the songs that I was playing you, Ray. But we're back here on the podcast broadcast as we're hanging out with Rae L, who's going to be the musical guest to Keep Tucson Sketchy on April 29th, which is a good day because that's the day after the Dirty Heads perform at the Pima County Fair. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, it doesn't get in the way of any of my festivities. I could have a full weekend of music, starting off with the Dirty Heads and ending it with sketch comedy, laughs, and performances from Rae L
Yeah.
at the screening room, which again, she should have been performing when I was the host.
Wow.
And we did 17 sold out shows. It was
That was
massively
really
popular.
Big loss in my life to not perform.
I'm telling you,
I felt it was actually.
well, I don't want to make you feel bad about missing it because you had COVID, but I had a lot of friends who were record label reps who were agents looking to sign new acts. And
Hey, this kid's gonna show up, right? You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, she'll be here.
yeah, I was like,
I
you guys
promise.
here, like the same agent that represents Upsall and just a couple of my friends.
Oh
Not
yeah,
a big
no
deal.
big deal.
Yeah.
Limousine was waiting for an
K-Flay
hour.
was there. Just Christine was just hanging
Oh.
out because we go way back as his friends and stuff. And she was like, I'm looking for someone to take with me on tour. Where's the girl? And I'm like, she got COVID.
Yeah, but Lindsay performed, and Lindsay was amazing.
Yeah, now Lindsay is currently on tour with
goddess.
K-Flay and signed to Arista Records. It's been fantastic for Lindsay.
Wow.
So that's all it takes. Do one show with me. But I'm sure Tom Heath has the same hookup. Yeah, maybe.
You know what? Maybe.
All right, we'll see.
I don't know. I'm just in it for the laughs.
Yeah. Well, you have
The
anything
lulz.
that you're releasing here on Spotify soon?
Here on Spotify, I'm looking to drop my album this summer.
Oh,
I just have to finish up some songs, but I honestly feel like I've been saying that every summer where I'm like, I'm going to drop my album this summer, but then I'm like, I get around and I'm like not happy with how it sounds. But I actually think this is the closest I've been to being pretty confident.
Well, let's make it
Nice.
happen and let's do
Yeah.
a dual release. That would be massive.
Double album release party.
That's what I'm saying.
GPT and my album.
Yeah, and
Free
we'll
pizza.
open for you because we can recognize the real headliners.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, running out of time, and I got a bunch of commercials that I have to play. So I apologize to everyone listening out there waiting for a beef tip. I don't have a beef tip. If I did give a beef tip, I'd say next, if you're ever in a position to be the musical guest on a show that I'm at, and you want to be signed to major labels, then don't call out sick on that show. That's my tip.
I should have just given everyone COVID, man.
You should have.
Gosh.
Nobody cared at that point, Ray. We all had COVID several times over. It was like, what?
We're losing brain cells and
Gee, right?
nobody can smell anything.
You can't lose what you
what
don't
else could
have.
go wrong?
Yeah. Did you get it really bad?
It wasn't great. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't fun.
So you got one of the original strains, even though you were late to the party.
It was.
That's a bummer. I still would have preferred you to perform that show, but still.
Next time.
Yes.
On April 29th at Unscrewed Theater at 9 p.m.
Fine. I'll take out Tom
Boom.
Heath. I'll be the host.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna wrap things up on the podcast broadcast side because we got to record another version of this song so we can release it as a single someday. To follow Rae L on social media, what is it?
You can find me and my music collective at Our City's Finest, or you can find my Instagram at Rae RAEEELMAO.
There you go. All right. For the rest of you guys, we'll be back tomorrow morning giving away tickets for Avenged Sevenfold and Foo Fighters, amongst many other things. So make sure you tune in bright and early to find out how. Till then, Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later. All right. And we're clear. So we're out of here on the podcast side because we got to record a song. Love you, 10. And everybody's watching the stream. You know, I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.